We've got another improper integral to compute, and the value of this improper integral will automatically give us the answer to whether this series converges or diverges. If we calculate that this improper integral is finite, then the series is going to converge. And if we get that this improper integral is infinity or negative infinity, then this series is going to diverge. Let's go ahead and complete this integral. You'll notice that if we make our u value negative x cubed, our du is negative 3x squared dx. Since we have an x squared and a dx in our integral, we can replace those with negative 1/3 du. That makes our constant out in front of the integral negative 7/3, and then we just have the integral of e to the u du left to complete. The integral of e to the u is just e to the u. I'm just going to plug back in what u is, and we've had limits all along, so technically those should have looked like this. I never switched my limits over to u, I just always kept them in terms of x. And if we want to complete this improper integral in a proper fashion, what we need to do is change that upper limit of infinity to a b, and then take a limit as b goes to infinity. Then we can plug in our upper and lower limits of integration, and then the question is, what happens to this function as b goes to infinity? Well, if you have a picture in your head of what e to the x looks like, you'll notice that the limit of this function as x goes to negative infinity is just going to be 0. So this limit right here is just going to be 0. That means that the value of our integral turns out to be 7/3 times e to the negative 1, which if we wanted to, we could write as 7/3e. That is a finite number, so this integral converges. And since this integral converges, then the integral test says that the corresponding series converges as well. Note that the integral test does not say what this series converges to. We don't know that exactly. We can approximate it using the technique from the previous video on this playlist. But all the integral test tells us is that this series converges because the integral converges. So we are going to move on to the next video, and I really hope to see you there.